What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome into Rover Sports. It's my honor to be able to show you guys some more clips. I really enjoy you guys and enjoy hanging out. So, without further ado, our condense is working again. So let's try to hit that up and show you a beautiful drive. So Eagles Packers Monday Night Football. This was after Green Bay got slaughtered by the Titans. This was when McCarthy was on the verge of getting fired. And remember the old documentary on YouTube called Run the Table? Well, Run the Table started right here at Lincoln Financial Field, and it was quite a spectacle with Aaron Rodgers playing ball control football versus Carson Wentz. Ah, yes, the picture clears up for us. Here's Carson, beautiful drop back, beautiful rhythm, and a wonderful throw to Trey Burton there. Um, Carson Wentz and this Eagles offense. This is just a fantastic drive, and I'm going to allow you guys to see this in condensed first because it really is beautiful football. And the thing, though, about the Eagles is that, Aaron Rodgers played ball control offense. And with McKelvin, Nolan Carroll, and Jalen Mills in the secondary, Aaron Rodgers was able to pick those boys apart all night long. Look at how nice this is. Carson Wentz rolling outside the pocket, and look who he finds, a familiar friend, Dorial Green Beckham from the University of Missouri, formerly from the University of Oklahoma, where he sat out a year. Carson Wentz, little high, but Jordan Matthews, boy, is he consistent. With the addition of Alshon Jeffrey and Torrey, hope Jordan Matthews can continue to be a focal point in the slot. Here's Bryce Treggs, the rookie out of California, really got a lot of PT in the second half. I don't think Aguilar played this game. Carson, play action, perfect protection, bullseye. Dorial Green Beckham. Watch this protection though from this Eagles offensive line. I mean, this protection is absolutely perfect. Carson Wentz at 6'5". He could look at him, how he's barely moving. He's so comfortable in the pocket and showing such poise from a rookie. And he blisters this ball in on such a frozen rope right into Dorial Green Beckham. I mean, quite an eye-opening throw from Carson Wentz, and DGB is the focal point of this offensive attack. Then Carson's going to hit DGB right here. Darius Gunter again is the victim. Darius Gunter consistently gets picked on in this football game. I mean, that's Gunter again. Darius Gunter right there. So, look, Gunter. And you see there Carson change his arm angle. I want to go back to that beautiful throw to Dorial Green Beckham for 24 yards. Go back and look at that play because that was just such a fun play to dissect from the Eagles. They're going to go play action, and you're going to see here the safeties. You have all this room in the middle of the field. Two guys are running, and Dorial Green Beckham is able to he loses his corner. He completely loses the corner. So now it's 2-on-1, and that's why it's such easy pickings for Carson Wentz. There's a lot of holes in this Green Bay secondary with Darius Gunter. That's why they selected Kevin King out of Washington, with their pick in the second round, because essentially for the Green Bay Packers, they got blistered in the NFC Championship game and in the second half by Prescott and Matt Ryan, okay? Their defensive line, stopping the run, they're okay, but they really need cornerbacks in Green Bay if they want to compete and be a champion. I mean, Aaron Rodgers can only take them so far. Look at Carson Wentz evading runners. They give him the touchdown. Did he get in? They're going to give him the score. Carson Wentz, what a drive, showing all the athletic ability. I mean, Carson Wentz, a little raw, but boy, oh boy, does the guy have talent that just pops off the page. When you look at Jared Goff, there's throws that Carson Wentz makes in this game that you say, boy, Jared Goff just cannot do that. I mean, Carson's taller. Carson has more, poise over the offense. Carson Wentz has a much stronger arm. Carson Wentz is a better athlete. So, now do I not like Jared Goff? I just think a lot of times in these quarterback classes, it's usually one or the other hitting. It's rare to get a Winston and a Mariota. But the bottom line is with Carson is that you just see so many things that you like. And the good news about Carson is that his release is getting quicker too, which is also a good sign. Watch this throw by Aaron Rodgers. 15 minutes in the second quarter. This is one of the best throws that I've seen all season long. It's definitely worth, if since we're doing this game, it's definitely worth showing just how small of a window this is. You guys are absolutely going to love this throw. I mean, you guys are going to love watching this. Look at Aaron. Not only does Aaron have to go to the other side of the field with his read because he's looking at Jordy Nelson, so he pretty much is reading three guys. But then who in their right mind would even throw a ball into double coverage? And you're going to see it even better from this angle. I mean, this guy literally has no room to put this ball. Maybe inches. The flick from 25 yards out, and it literally needs to be right in the spot for Davante Adams to catch that football. I mean, that was just incredible quarterback play by Aaron Rodgers. All right. Next drive for the Eagles, Carson Wentz. Look at this here. This is what I love from Carson. Carson's a tiny bit inconsistent. The problems with Carson is that he can oversail passes. But look at Carson right here, guys. Carson Wentz, his footwork, the game is slowing down for Carson Wentz. Look at how Julius Peppers is back there in the backfield, but he stands still, does not panic, does not backpedal. And then again, he pins a ball right on Jordan Matthews. I mean, big time start from Carson Wentz. When Carson Wentz is good, boy, oh boy, is he good. And then Wendell Smallwood. I expect Smallwood to really have maybe the bulk of the carries along with LeGarrette Blount, because I don't think Blunt's going to be carrying it. Look at Carson here, just improvising the entire way. I think LeGarrette Blount is probably going to run the football about maybe 17 times. I mean, the dude's 31 years old. There's a reason why other teams didn't want him. And then look at Darius Gunter, our guy Darius. One thing about this play with Darius Gunter, he clearly hits Bryce Trice before the ball comes here. I don't like this play because it's a one-read type throw. They're clearly picking on Darius Gunter. But Gunter clearly arrives there before the football. Should have been a flag, should have been a first down, happened right in front of the Eagles' sidelines. A BS call for the Eagles, and it cost them in a game when you're playing against Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers plays ball control football. So that means that you're not going to see the ball for another 6-7 minutes because your defense and your secondary is just going to be getting torched. Watch this run by Carson Wentz here in the first half. So this is an up-and-down game. The defense really failed the Eagles. Leotis McKelvin got burned quite a lot during this game. Nolan Carroll a bit. Even Jalen Mills. Look at Carson Wentz here, though. Look at the juke, making defenders miss as Clay Matthews is on his heels, is on his case. I mean, Carson Wentz, he's out here just making big-time plays in this game. Look at this play by Carson. What? The juke. Fantastic. Kid's just really talented prospect. Love him or hate him, you got to admit that this guy's a talent. Look at this throw, too, with some nice touch out to Bryce Treggs. Kind of dancing a little bit in the pocket. Too much for my liking. Here's Dorial Green Beckham, though. That's the one thing that kind of irked me. Dorial Green Beckham on the first drive was fantastic in this game, and Doug Peterson did not go back to him. And Dorial Green Beckham, he has to help his quarterback out there. When the quarterback's running, you have to go back to your quarterback. And Dorial and Carson, they never could get on the same page with their routes. And it was known that like Dorial Green Beckham wasn't like learning the routes all that well in training camp and things. And that's disappointing. Dennis Kelly wasn't an incredible lineman. And I think now with Lane Johnson, the Eagles don't really need him. But Dorial Green Beckham, I mean, you saw potential on that first drive. You see his potential all the time. Great catch there by Zach Ertz. And then a nice throw. That might be DGB who ends up catching that football. Yes, Dorial, big time reception. So Carson's moving him down right here. Defense gets to him. Nobody's really open. That sucks because that could have been a huge play. Because look at this, you have three on two. You have all the numbers here. Everybody's going to be blocking. They send the blitz. It's the perfect call. Would have been a huge gainer, but tremendous play there by Green Bay to snuff that pass. Very good call actually by Doug Peterson. And then kind of a safe call, I like it, to Darren Sproles to get in range for Sturgis to hit. Pretty good half, 10-14, Eagles hanging tight. So we can review this in both coaches and both other films. When Carson Wentz gets in trouble, he's not the fastest at reading defenses. The one thing is with his eyes is that he's not at that point yet where he's able to quickly decipher defenses. Mariota and Jameis Winston, especially Marcus Mariota, they're unbelievable at moving their eyes quickly downfield. Even Simeon can move quickly with his eyes. Carson Wentz locks on the guys way too long, and in the Vikings game, it really hurt him. And he also has a case of sailing balls high, whether it be the Giants game, the interception to Landon Collins, or the Vikings game where you had like Terrence Newman intercepting passes and things of that nature. The Vikings were able to get Carson a lot in this similar issue. And Carson here, and the good news about this is it's very correctable. I mean, first of all, his arm motion's going to get even faster. And unlike Jared Goff, where I'm not even sure the dude has the arm strength to be able to compete at the next level, Carson Wentz just has a spectacular arm, and Carson Wentz can blister the ball in and make incredible throws. And with his offensive line, I think Carson's actually going to be fine at the next level. I think Carson Wentz can be pretty good. Now, if you put pressure on Carson Wentz, if you have very good corners, then I think Carson really can struggle. But overall, like I'm pretty confident in Carson Wentz's ability. And then you're going to see there Aaron Rodgers just airing it out to Davante Adams. I mean, so look at this is really the two plays that changed the game. And plays in the NFL can change in an absolute instant. So there you're going to see Wentz, the ball slips out of his hands, and basically Carson Wentz, airmails it over Zach Ertz's head. And then you're going to now see Aaron. The one thing about A-Rod that makes him just so special is he's able, not only can he move laterally in the pocket, but look at how his eyes are then able to locate such a quick release. And I don't know how he can literally flick the ball like 60 yards. It's just uncanny, and nobody on earth has really been able to do it. So I think probably, I'd say at least top 3 most talented dudes to ever play quarterback in terms of just arm talent. The guy before him, Brett Favre, also up there as well. So I think that the Packers are going to actually score pretty quickly. Actually, they do get a field goal. So it's 17-10 here. Eagles actually have an opportunity to hold on and get back in the game. Get a couple of nice passes from Carson to Trey Burton. So I'm really enjoying this. Really enjoying the offense. Great concept there. Dorial Green Beckham, Doug Peterson. Will he communicate with his players? Will he take this team to another level? Look at how Dorial there, 2-on-1. Dorial's able to collapse 23 inside, and Darren Sproles is able to sneak out there in the backfield, get a very nice gainer. I mean, the thing is, it's so much pressure for Carson Wentz because he's playing against Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is putting up huge numbers, holding the ball the whole time. And plus, the Packers, they sucked on defense earlier in the year. And look at this throw by Carson. I mean, Carson misses the routine passes way too often. I mean, Carson Wentz, he needs to control his touch sometimes. He throws the ball too hard in the spaces. Another mistake that we can, that he can correct is he's oftentimes his arm strength actually hurts him when he needs to be accurate. And there he was kind of fading away. And you just need to go and hit Darren Sproles and make that sort of play. So the disc is going to get full pretty soon. But overall in this game, guys, like I really still enjoyed what Carson Wentz offered to the table. Get a field goal tacked on there. Unfortunately, Green Bay is going to come back with a score. Aaron Rodgers, Ripkowski up the middle for a 1-yard score here. Unfortunately, Green Bay holds the ball, and it ends up that the Eagles' offense kind of flutters the rest of the way. Overall, mostly a good performance. Could have been spectacular with a couple of plays from Carson Wentz. Not settling for field goals, but Green Bay really held the ball. Aaron Rodgers took over this game, and Carson Wentz, I'd give him a solid B to a B-plus effort in this performance. I saw a lot of good things from him on Monday Night Football versus Green Bay. We will see you guys. Paxton Lynch is coming right up. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. We'll see you soon.